Let me set up the musics. So we are reading the, yesterday we started chapter number 44. Krishna recovers the son of his teacher. So I'll read one more paragraph, so bring up to the speed, and then we will continue. The ocean is the source of water in a river. The cloud is created by the evaporation of ocean water, and the same water is distributed as rain all over the surface of the earth, and then return toward the ocean in reverse. So similarly, Krishna and Balram, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, are the source of all kind of knowledge. But because they were playing like ordinary human boys, they set the example so that everyone would receive knowledge from the right source. Thus they agreed to take no knowledge from the spiritual master. So that's where we stopped yesterday. So we will continue. After hearing only once from the teacher, Krishna and Balram learned all the arts and science. Just hearing one time, it's called Shrotadhar. Hearing one time, they can remember exactly. As Prahlananand Swami Maharaj, he can read every verse of Bhagavad Gita. He can read exact translation and the purport. Prahlananand Swami. Very, very fascinating spiritual leader. In 64 days and 64 nights, they learned all the necessary arts and science that I require in human society. 64 days, that's all it takes. During daytime, they took lesson on a subject from the teacher, and by nightfall, after having heard from the teacher, they were expert in the department of knowledge. First of all, they learned how to sing, how to compose songs, and how to recognize the different tunes. Tin tal, tu tal, haribo. They learned the favorable and unfavorable accent and meters, how to sing different kind of rhythms and melodies, and how to follow them by beating different kinds of drums. They learn how to dance with rhythm, melody, and different songs. They learn how to write dramas, and they learn the various type of paintings, beginning from different village arts up to the highest perfectional stage. They also learn how to paint tilak on the face and make different kind of dots on the forehead and cheeks. As Kamal Gopika Mataji asked me when I was painting, Prabhuji, can I see? I said, definitely. And every stroke, we never erase any stroke. It just by come through the practice. Practice make one's perfect. So I told her that practice now. Then they learned the art of painting on the floor with liquid paste of rice and flour. Such paintings are very popular at auspicious ceremonies performed at household affairs or in the temple. They learn how to make a resting place with flowers and how to decorate clothing and leaves with colorful paintings. They also learn how to set different valuable jewel in ornaments. They learn the art of ringing water pots. Water pots are filled with water to a certain measurement so that when one beats on the pots, different tunes are produced. And when the pots are beaten together, they produce a melodious sound. They also learn how to throw water in the river or the lakes while taking a bath among friends. They also learn how to decorate with flowers. This art of decorating can still be seen in various temples of Vrindavan during the summer season. It is called Fulabadi. The dais, the throne, the walls, and the ceiling are fully decorated, and a small aromatic fountain of flowers is fixed in the center. Because of these floral decorations, the people, fatigued from the heat of the summer season, become refreshed. Krishna and Balram learn the art of dressing hair in various styles and fixing a helmet in different positions on the head. They also learn how to perform on the theatrical stage, how to decorate dramatic actors with flower ornaments over the ear, and how to sprinkle sandalwood pulp and water to produce a nice fragrance. They also learn the art of performing magical feasts. Within the magical field, there is an art called Bahurupi, by which a person dresses himself in such a way that when he approaches a friend, he cannot be recognized. They also learn how to make beverages which are required at various times. And they studied syrup and taste and effect of intoxication. They learn how to manipulate thin threads for dancing puppets. And they learn how to string wires on musical instruments such as the veena, sitar, and tampura to produce melodious sound. Then they learn puzzles and how to set and solve them. They learn of art of reading books from which even a foolish student can very quickly learn to read the alphabet and comprehend writing. What a wonderful technique, huh? Then they learn how to rehearse and act out of drama. They also studied the art of solving crossword puzzles, fixing up the missing space, and making complete words. They also learn how to draw pictographic literature. In some countries in the world, pictographic literature is still current. A story is represented by pictures. For instance, a man and a house are pictured to represent a man going home. Krishna and Balram also learn the art of architecture, how to construct a residential building. They learn to recognize valuable jewels by studying the luster and quality of their colors. Then they learn the art of setting jewels with gold and silver. They also learn how to study soil to find minerals. This study of a soil is now a greatly specialized science, but formerly it was common knowledge, even for the ordinary man. Haribol. See, people were smarter than us. They learned to study herbs and plants and to extract medicine from the elements. By studying the different species of plants, they learn how to crossbreed plants and get different type of fruits. They learn how to train and engage lambs and cocks in fighting for sporting purpose. Then they learn how to teach parrot to speak. and answer the questions of the human being even. Haribol. What this knowledge at that time, right? Nowadays, we can get a PhD degree, but we have no practical knowledge of so many things. We are like very, very narrow knowledge. They learned practical psychology, how to influence others' mind, and thus induce another to act according to one's own desire. Sometimes this is called hypnotism. They learned how to wash hair, how to dye it in different color, and curl it in different ways. They learn the art of telling what is written in someone's book without actually seeing it. Haribo. They learned to tell what is contained in another feast. Sometimes children imitate this art, although not very accurately. One child keeps something within his fist and asks his friend, "Can you tell what is within?" And the friend gives some suggestion, although he actually cannot tell. But there is an art by which one can understand and actually tell what is held within the fist. Haribol. Krishna and Balaram learned how to speak and understand the languages of various countries. Haribol. They learned not only the language of human beings, Krishna could also speak even with animals and birds. Evidence of this is found in Vaishnava literature compiled by the Goswamis. Then they learn how to make carriages and airplanes from flowers. It is said in Ramayana that after defeating Ravan, Ramchandra was carried from Lanka to Bharatvarsh on a plane of flowers called Pusparatha. Krishna then learned the art of foretelling events by seeing signs. In a book called Khanar Vachana, the various type of signs and omens are described. If when one is going out, one sees someone with a bucket full of water, that is very good sign. But if one sees someone with an empty bucket, it is not a good sign. Similarly, if one sees cow's milk along with a calf, it is a good sign. The result of understanding this sign is that one can foretell events, and Krishna learned the science. Krishna also learned the art of composing matruka. A matruka is a crossword section with three letters in a line. Counting any three from any side, it would count 9. The matrikas are of different kinds and for different purposes. Krishna learned the art of cutting valuable stone, diamond, Haribol, diamond cutter. And he learned that art of questioning and answering by immediately composing poetry within his mind. He learned the science of action and reactions of physical combinations and permutations. He learned the art of a psychiatrist who can understand the psychic movement of another person. He learned how to satisfy one desire. Desires are very difficult to fulfill. But if one desires something which is unreasonable and can never be fulfilled, the desire can be subdued and satisfied. And that is an art. By this art, one can also subdue sex impulses when they are aroused, as they are even in the brahmachari's life. By this art, one can make even an enemy his friend or transfer the direct action of a physical element to other things. So how many art they must have learned every single day in one day. Lord Krishna and Balram, the reservoir of all knowledge of arts and sciences, exhibited their perfect understanding when they offered to show the teacher by awarding him anything he desired. This offering by the student to the teacher or spiritual master is called Guru Dakshina. It is essential that a student satisfy the teacher in return for any learning received, either material or spiritual. When Krishna and Balram offered their service in this way, the teacher, Sandipani Muni, thought it wise to ask them for something extraordinary, something which no common student could offer. He therefore consulted with his wife about what to ask from them. They had already seen the extraordinary potencies of Krishna and Balram and could understand that the two boys were the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They decided to ask for the return of their son, who had drowned in the ocean on the bank of Prabhak's Kshetra. When Krishna and Balram heard from the teacher about the death of his son on the bank of Prabhas Kshetra, they immediately started for the ocean on their chariot. Reaching the beach, they asked the controller deity of the ocean to return the son of the teacher. The ocean deity immediately appeared before the Lord and offered him all respectful obeisances with great humility. The Lord said, "Some time back, you caused the drowning of the son of our teacher. I order you to return him." The ocean deity replied, quote, "The boy was not actually taken by me, but was captured by a demon named Panchajan. This great demon generally remains deep in the water in the shape of a conch shell. The son of your teacher might be within the belly of the demon, having been devoured by him." On hearing this, Krishna dove deep into the water and caught hold of the demon Panchajan. He killed him on the spot, but could not find the son of his teacher within his belly. Therefore, he took the demon's dead body in shape of a conch shell and returned to his chariot on the beach of Prabhas Kshetra. From there, he started for Samyamani, the residence of Yamraj, the superintendent of death, accompanied by his elder brother Balram, who is also known as Halayuddha. Krishna arrived there and blew on his conch shell. Hearing the vibration, Yamraj appeared and received Sri Krishna with all respectful obeisances. Yamraj could understand who Krishna and Balram were, and therefore he immediately offered his humble service to the Lord. Krishna had appeared on the surface of the earth as an ordinary human being, but actually Krishna and Balram are the super soul living within the heart of every living being. They are Vishnu himself, but were playing just like ordinary human boys. As Yamraj offered his service to the Lord, Sri Krishna asked him to return his teacher's son, who had come to him as a result of his work. Considering my ruling as supreme, said Krishna, you should immediately return the son of my teacher. So Yamraj has no choice. He has to return the boy to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Krishna and Balram brought him to his father. The brother asked from them, but he replied, quote, my dear sons, you have done enough for me. I am not completely satisfied. What further want can there be for a man who has disciples like you? My dear boys, you can go home now. This glorious act of yours will always be renowned all over the world. You are all above all blessings, yet it is my duty to bless you. I will give you the benedictions that whatever you speak will remain as eternally fresh as the instructions of the Vedas. Your teaching will not only be honored within this universe or in this millennium, but in all places and ages, and will remain increasingly new and important. Due to these benedictions from his teacher, Lord Krishna's Bhagavad Gita is ever increasingly fresh and is not only renowned within this universe, but in other planets and in other universes also. Being ordered by their teacher, Krishna and Balram immediately returned home on their chariots. They traveled at great speed like the wind and made sound like the crushing of clouds. All the residents of Mathura, who had not seen Krishna and Balram for a long time, were very pleased to see them again. They felt joyful, like a person who has regained his lost property. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of the 44th chapter of Krishna. Krishna recovered the son of his teacher. Now the beautiful chapter is ahead of us. Chapter number 45. Uddhava visits Vrindavan. So we will keep it in suspense. We will read it tomorrow. It's already 6:53. So time for the other devotees who has some duties to perform. I have posted the wonderful class by Niranjan Swami Maharaj. He just gave it on March 31st, few days ago. Very nice class. I think we can learn so many things. So please, if you have a time, it's I think 59 minutes or something long. Actually at 3:30 I played the last 10 minutes of the class. It was beautiful. I think Maharaj will make the point that there is an unimportant thing. We take it for granted as a very important thing. This is amazing. A nice example of Prabhupada citing about what the goal is. And he gave the example of the cell phone. Apple 10 at that time I think was going to come out. And Maharaj says wonderfully that everybody look. What is the difference between Apple 9 and Apple 10? So they remain inquisitive. So similarly, we should always remember what is the ultimate goal of the human form of life. Maharaj was comparing like this. Then in material aspect, we inquire everything nicely. We want to know exactly what are the function that iPhone 9 cannot function, that i10 will be able to do. So Maharaj says the same intelligence we should utilize to know what is the real human form of life can give us, that is compared to I-10 form. So this is a very nice class actually, Niranjan Swami. As I say that spiritual master, by seeing our face index, they knows it where we are in our spiritual path. They have ability to see it, but they don't tell us because we can take this chastisement, you know. I have seen so many disciples left their spiritual master because they they were chastising for good, actually. So it is so nice that Niranjan Swami Maharaj in 2008 when Dhanodhar Swami Maharaj wants to write a Japa reform book, he interviewed about 16 great personality. Interview. And I think this is what the great Vaishnava does. He not only interview for his own benefit, but another Swami Maharaj write a book. So everybody have access to these interviews. And it's very profound to say that when Niranjan Swami Maharaj sees some of the disciple is struggling to chant 16 rounds a day, which they promise, Maharaj called them and then console them that okay, chant only 4 rounds. Can you chant 4 rounds? Or he will start with 16. Can you chant 12 rounds? If not, then can you chant 8 rounds? If not, at least can you chant 4 rounds? And then even though they were initiated disciple, Maharaj gave them, but I want you to do one thing, chant very attentively, whatever number of rounds you chant. Why Maharaj does that? Because Maharaj has realizations that if someone is chanting attentive rounds, automatically he wants to chant more rounds. But if we keep on chanting lousy rounds, we will never be aspired to chant more rounds because there is no taste, there is no reciprocation from the holy name. So Maharaj enliven those disciples and bring it back to the jubilant path of chanting very nicely. Very, very, unique. Uh, if somebody hear it, they may say, oh, look at this, Maharaj is diluting the principles. But no, Maharaj has the deep vision how to bring them back. That's Niranjan Swami Maharaj. So we offer our humble obeisances at the desk of Niranjan Swami Maharaj to bestow his mercy upon all of us so we can become also very serious about sada chanting, Tranadapi sunichana tarur api sahisuna amadina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. So Maharaj has mentioned very nicely about the household affair. How it is possible for the Gruhastha to chant sada, always chanting. Very nice explanation Maharaj has given us. Everyone should listen that class. So with those thoughts, I would like to offer my humble obeisances at the desk of these wonderful Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis who take austerity every day. There must be some taste, otherwise who wants to get up from the early in the bed? Like, 137 devotees are there. when I joined today because I have to gargle my I have some kind of infection or something. So my cure is to resolve by naturopathy, not taking any allopathy or going see the doctors. So I started doing the salt water gurgle and it is helping me. In the morning I was thinking I cannot even chant. Krishna is so kind, holy name is so kind, allow me to chant. So hopefully I will recover within couple of days. But I would like to offer my humble obeisances at the desk of these wonderful Vaisnavas and Vaisnavis who join every day from Connecticut, New Hampshire, Aurora, Illinois, New York, New Jersey, Cottonville, Virginia, Boston, Boise, Atlanta, Phoenix, Tempe, Austin, College Station, San Jose, Portland, Dallas, Detroit, Chicago, Naperville, Philadelphia, Charlotte, Baltimore, Baton Rouge, Alachua, Orlando, Jacksonville, Ohio, St. Louis, Lal Gopal Prabhu joined today, Haribol. Loganville, Georgia, San Diego, Alaska, Maine, Ottawa, New Orleans, Laguna Beach, Vancouver, Toronto, Calcutta, New Delhi, Houston, Fresno, and maybe from Bangladesh. Vanchakalpatarubhasya. Kripa Sindhu Vacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo. Thank you very much. And the devotees who wants to hang around for another 1 more hour will be chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. If Krishna permit us, my throat is hurting, but let's say Krishna is always kind to his devotees. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna